Let's set up our T100 to spread cover crop successfully. Let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the spinner disc out from the drone so I can do the calibration without spreading seed all over the place. To do that, there's a cotter pin and basically a wing nut underneath this shield that keeps the spreader disc in place. So first thing, you have to pull this pin out, and then you'll spin the wing nut off, and the spinner disc comes right out. Moving on to the back side of the drone, we're gonna pull the auger to put the correct size that we need in. There's two clips here that pull up, and then you kind of push them up so they can fall out, and then you can pull the motor out, and then the auger comes out. We were doing small seed spreading yesterday, so this is the small auger. The bushing is in there, yeah, but there's extra seed that's flowing out that was not able to get spread out. Before going back in, this bottom pan here needs to be cleaned out, otherwise you're gonna have issues getting this auger all the way into where you need to go. This is the auger I pulled out, which is the small auger. Yesterday we were doing 8 pounds an acre work, and this is rated for 3 to 20 pounds an acre. Today I'm putting in the medium auger, so I'm doing 60 pounds an acre. This is rated for 20 to 106 pounds an acre. So there's a pin on this side of the auger, there's a pin on the far side of the drone from us that got to get lined up. I'm going to do that first. Then I'm going to put the auger in. Then I'm going to put the motor back on the auger. So now that the motor's inserted, I'm going to latch my sides back down. And now I'm ready to calibrate the spreader. I'm going to dump 150 pounds of seed into the spreader. In my testing, this auger requires about 110 pounds of seed to do the calibration it needs. Now that we've dumped the seed into the drone and the drone's been turned on, we're ready to do the meter calibration. On the controller, I'm going to go to spreader settings and then material management. I'm going to add a new material, and I'm going to click the medium screw feeder, and then it's going to tell me that it needs at least 45 pounds, but again, for my testing, it used 110 pounds, so put that in at least into the drone. I have about 150 pounds in now. I'm gonna hit the start button, and it's gonna start doing its thing, dumping seed out of the bottom of the drone. It's gonna go through multiple different speeds to get its calibration curve through the whole range of what this auger is able to spread. Now that the material has gone through its thing on the auger, it's time to name the auger and material system in the controller. So for this, I'm gonna write rye, that's what most of this is, and then I'm gonna hit the save button, and now it's saved on my controller, so I can pull that up when I go to spread on my field here shortly, and it knows its material curve, so it applies the correct amount per acre. So when we had the small auger in, we were using this disc, which has this plastic piece on it that reduces the size here for where the seed can come out of, and this is the disc that I'm gonna use on the medium auger that has no restrictions on it. Now let's go and put this spinner disc on so we're ready to spread. Under here, I'm gonna line this pin shaft up underneath. Now it's all the way up. I'm gonna take the wing nut and screw it on. And then lastly, it's the cotter pin. Now that we've finished the calibration, and as you see I have the drone off of our stand, we're ready to go start spreading the cover crop. First thing is I'm gonna set my rate and also select that calibration that we just did using that east-south 5 field, and then I'm going to choose the material, which was that rye. Our rate for this is 60 pounds an acre, spinner disc at 400, flight speed at 40 feet per second, height of 17 feet, and route spacing of 30 feet. Now that I have all that set, I'm going to go and take off and start spreading. Now that we're done spreading this field here, hopefully you're able to take away some tips for how we do our spreading here at Vaultant. This is Aaron with Vaultant. Thanks for joining me.